This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, you're watching Pulse of Africa. I'm Samia Mohammed for the main news. First, our top stories for today. Southern African bloc to withdraw troops from Congo in phases. Tanzania declares end of Marburg virus disease outbreak. EU pledges 4.7 billion euro investment in South Africa at landmark summit. World's first universal embodied AI platform launched in Beijing. Now, the news in detail. The Southern African Development Community said on Thursday that a summit of regional heads of state had terminated the mandate of its troop deployment in the Democratic Republic of Congo and decided on a phased withdrawal. Summit terminated the mandate of SAMI DRC and directed the commencement of a phased withdrawal of SAMI DRC troops from the DRC, the Southern African bloc said in a communique after the summit. A document seen by Reuters in February said the status of the bloc's mission to Congo needed to be discussed with parties to the conflict. The 60-member SADC deployed its mission in Congo in December 2023 to help the Congolese army fight rebel groups. Now to AU. Following the successful election of a new African Union Commissioner at the 38th session of African Union Assembly in February 2025, a handing over ceremony was held yesterday at the AU headquarters. It was also held in the presence of African Union Chairperson President João Lourenço of Angola with Ethiopia's President Taye Asseselassie, as well as ministers in charge of foreign affairs and members of the diplomatic corps. In his farewell speech, the outgoing chairperson of AUC, African Union Commission Chairperson Moussa Faki Mahamat, highlighted some of the achievements and challenges under his tenure. On his part, the incoming chairperson of the African Union, Mohamed Ali Yusuf, hailed the success that has been achieved during past years and pledged to reinforce it as well as achieve the aspiration of the African continent. Moving on to Tanzania. Tanzania declared the end of Marburg virus disease outbreak after recording no new cases over 42 days since the days of the last confirmed case on 28 January 2025. The outbreak, in which 2 confirmed and 8 probable cases were recorded, was the second the country has experienced. Both this outbreak, which was declared on 20 January 2025, and the one in 2023 occurred in the northeastern Kagera region. In response to the latest outbreak, Tanzania's health authorities set up coordination and response systems to swiftly detect cases, enhance clinical care, infection prevention, as well as strengthen collaboration with communities to raise awareness and help curb further spread of the virus. Shifting to UNHCR. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees said violence in South Sudan's northern countries of Nasir and Ulang has escalated rapidly, forcing more than 10,000 people to flee to neighboring Ethiopia. As of Monday, over 10,000 people had crossed into Ethiopia's Gambela region, up from 6,900 just days earlier on March 6, UNHCR said in a statement Wednesday evening. The numbers are increasing at an alarming rate, and local authorities are tracking and assisting the displaced individuals as they disperse across various communities, especially in the Buribe and Matar areas, the agency said. In other news, Russia is in favor of the 30-day ceasefire plan proposed by the United States and Ukraine, but nuances exist, Russian President Vladimir Putin said Thursday. We agree with the proposals to stop hostilities, but we proceed from the fact that this cessation should be one that would lead to long-term peace and eliminate the original causes of this crisis, Putin said at a press conference with visiting Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko yesterday. He noted the difficulty of monitoring ceasefire violations along the 2,000-kilometer contact line of the conflict and raised concerns that Ukraine might use the temporary ceasefire for mobilization and weapon supplies. Putin added that he might call U.S. President Donald Trump to discuss the issue. Moving on to our next story. The world's first universal embodied artificial intelligence platform that supports multiple body types and scenarios was launched in Beijing Wednesday. It was expected to accelerate the integration of smart technologies into real world and the development of robotics, autonomous driving, and human-machine interaction. The platform, dubbed Huisi Kaiwu, was developed by Beijing Innovation Center of Humanoid Robots, which was jointly established by the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, the Beijing municipal government, as well as enterprises and research institutions in the robotics sector. Embodied AI integrates AI into physical bodies, such as robots, to enable them to perceive, learn, and dynamically interact with the environment like humans.
Only on the Pulse of Africa channel, all the time. Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Turning to business news. The European Union has announced a €4.7 billion investment package for South Africa to support green energy and vaccine production, marking a significant step in strengthening economic and political ties. The commitment was made during the first bilateral summit between the EU and South Africa in 7 years, held at President Cyril Ramaphosa's office in Cape Town. Speaking at summit, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen drew parallels between the histories of the EU and South Africa, both of which emerged from conflict and found a path to peace through reconciliation. Today, we are together announcing an investment package to mobilize €4.7 billion in South Africa. Finally, the board of the U.S. Export-Import Bank approved a nearly $5 billion loan for a long-delayed LNG project in Mozambique, clearing a key hurdle to restarting the project under development by French oil major TotalEnergies. The Export-Import Bank had previously agreed a $4.7 billion loan for the $20 billion project under President Donald Trump's first administration, but it needed to be reapproved after construction on the project was frozen in 2021. TotalEnergies CEO Patrick Pouyanné said last month that he expected financing from the United States to be approved in coming weeks, with other credit agencies to follow in the months after. The company had been waiting for loan reapprovals from the United States, UK, and Dutch export credit agencies before lifting a force majeure on the project that has been in place since 2021. Before concluding, let us provide you with the latest updates on global commodities prices. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Pulse of Africa.
This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.